Greetings, schools, and welcome back. Tonight we're covering a hilariously spooky episode of Monsters called Small Blessing. New mother Wendy, played by Julie Brown, is struggling to adapt to her new life as a mommy. Her son Eric isn't quite the best behaved infant. All of the books Wendy read are of no use. Her child is a very special case. The meat man Teddy, played by David Spade, brings in a huge box of meat. Way more than a normal family would need. She begins unwrapping it, but doesn't get through it before she takes a depression nap in the ground beef. Her husband arrives home and he's worried sick looking for their baby who isn't in his crib. She spots him. He's up on the ceiling defying gravity, looking cute and demonic. The father loves the little creep a lot and looks past all of his obviously monstrous features.
Eric, check this out. That's my little linebacker.
Wendy is making a swan out of chopped meat. Gorgeous. She expresses how hard of a time she's having. She never gets any rest. She's tired. Her husband swears it's only because the baby is so new, and that it'll get easier with time. In fact, he's adorable. Her husband wants her to come upstairs and see how cute he is in the crib. They go up to check on him, and he's missing from his crib. Wendy flips, scared to death that her neighbors will see her demon child. Her husband brushes off her meltdown.
You know what's wrong? It's a hormonal thing. Can you say that? Hormonal thing? It's called postpartum depression, and it's nothing to be ashamed of.
Her neighbor Babs keeps popping in and interrupting them as they search desperately for their son. Babs begs to take a peek at the new baby, and with a little convincing, they agree. Wendy puts a doll in the crib and covers it with a blanket to deceive her. It works out nicely. The whole time, Eric's dad is looking for him in the living room. We learn that there's been a series of slashings in the area. A local cat has been slain 3 doors down. Wendy wonders whether the slasher is her son. When Wendy confronts her husband with their suspicions, he flips. They get in an argument and he decides it's best if he leaves for a bit to cool down, leaving Wendy alone with problem child Eric. So Wendy unpleasantly shovels raw meat onto a wooden spoon to feed little Eric. Delicious. Eric bites half the spoon clean off. So with that, Wendy puts him to bed. She locks him up and tries to soothe him to bed. The tea kettle is whistling in the kitchen, so Wendy goes to shut off the stove. She looks around and she notices her couch has a bunch of slash marks in it. She suspects it was Eric. But just then, the meat man, Teddy, walks in from the back door. Teddy tells Wendy that he noticed her husband left. He admits he's the slasher and goes off on a long-winded spiel about how all other murders were just a warm-up and he's going to have to kill her and her baby.
I'll admit they were a mistake, but I'm learning. I mean, they were good practice, but they weren't sexy. I mean, take the Coomers. You knock off some 50-year-old guy with a big fat gut, and who cares? You're buried on the back page. You know what I need? Hot victims. Because hot victims make hot press.
His motive is that no one ever cared about him, and now he seeks infamy. He also loves slashing up animals. Another motive is he doesn't really feel like delivering meat to her house tomorrow. Heck, that's about it. He's some sort of psycho murderer, and Wendy is in a real tricky situation. She's keeping cool and trying her best to defuse Teddy. She keeps him talking. Just long enough for her baby to break through the cage. Little Eric runs to attack Teddy. He bites the shit out of the intruder, hurting him enough to flee. Eric protects his mama, which restores faith in Wendy. She's finally fell in love with her new baby. What a wacky ride. I really didn't see this ending coming, so I was thrilled with the twist. Little baby Eric might be a monster or demon or whatever the heck he is, but I think by the end we all love him. He's a good boy. And blood is thicker than water, I guess. Mama's gotta love her little freak child no matter what, and I love that message. All freaks are totally deserving of love, just like the rest of us, and I'm ecstatic little Eric is now accepted within his family. What do you guys think? As you may be able to tell, I like being an easy grader, so I'm rating this one a 9 out of 10 for the series Monsters. I friggin' enjoyed this because it played on the demon child trope seen in Rosemary's Baby, It's Alive, and even The Omen. I love a good demon child flick. I dedicate this episode to all of the new parents out there. The COVID lockdown had you all procreating like rabbits, it seems, and I wish you and your families all the best. I'd like to thank my darling patrons for supporting the channel. My Patreon has exclusive content if you'd like to check it out for just a few dollars a month. Each like, comment, and subscription will help out the channel a lot. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay spooky.